All right. All right. All right. Let's consciously bring the energy down into the fifth chakra, because this is what I want to talk about in this video, is how to balance. It's always a balancing. It's never an opening. But we use opening for convenience, but it's never an opening. It's a balancing, which makes you an open conduit for energy, like a child. Except for a child doesn't need to meditate because there's such an open conduit. But as adults, as we get socially programmed and put into boxes, then we have to meditate to open up the energy channels. The more and more the energy channels are open in this system, in this mind, body, spirit complex, the less and less I need to meditate. And I presume that once you are in a state of openness, like for example, some of the breatharians really go to lengths to open up their energy channels. And they, I listen to a few breatharians, and they some of them, like Eli Tom, for example, he says he doesn't need to meditate much anymore. But in the early stages, he was meditating a lot. So anyway, I'm in the stage where I'm meditating a lot because I need to. There's a lot of channels that need to be opened here. Nevertheless, I had to consciously bring the energy down now to the fifth chakra because I had been meditating for a while now, humming. And at the time of making this video, when I decided to make it, I was already, the energy has gone past the throat because I had been humming for a while, and it it started to go here. This is why I was still am actually because I'm seeing lights here when I close my eyes, and I'm feeling energy come through the crown. I feel it like raining, and that's because the energy is moving up. The energy moves up like heat moves up, right? Okay, let's bring it down. I shouldn't close my eyes, because when I close my eyes, the energy is rising up to the third eye, the lights, and then, oh God, if I close my eyes, I just feel the energy showering me through the head. So, but I want to specifically talk about here, right? And the power of humming. Now, here's the thing. We talked in this previous video, you could go look it up, how to open your third eye. We talked about this. Guys, don't try to do this stuff. It's pointless if you're not taking care of the lower chakras, okay? So no fab. If you're having sex, have it tantric. Don't release, okay? Cultivate the energy, let it rise up. And diet, lighten up your diet, okay? lighten up, just keep lightening up wherever you're in the journey, lighten up. If you're eating 3 times a day, eat 2 times. If you're eating 2 times, eat once. If you're eating heavy stuff, eat lighter stuff. Go to fruits, go liquids. Wherever you are, okay? Just keep lightening up the diet. That's a very important, very, very important for the solar plexus. We talked about this. I have a separate video, how to clear up the lower chakras, how to get the energy to rise up and move up. Okay? If you're eating a heavy diet and you're eating all day, forget about it, baby. Everything that I say here, forget about it. It's pointless. Don't even try to hum, because it's just a band-aid. It's like putting a band-aid. It's a band-aid solution. Okay? So the energy rises up. So I'm going to assume that you've cleared up your diet for the sake of convenience, that your diet is cleared up relatively, okay, more and more lighter. It's lightened up, that you're no fabbing, you're not releasing the semen, or you're not coming, you're not getting to the peak come state and then release and ejaculate. You're not ejaculating, let's say. So, if you're having tantric sex, it's great, it's powerful, and just make sure there's no release, okay? Then you're good. You're cultivating energy. And then we talked about the heart, how you forgive, you let go, and you open it up, and you could use music, etc., etc. So now the energies, if you're taking care of the lower chakras, the energy can't help but begin to move upwards. Okay, so to get it moving here, this is the throat chakra. This is to speak your truth. Okay, so hum. Now humming can be useful, because they say humming opens the third eye. Now it can be useful because that statement made by yogis, which is, hum for the third eye, it's made by yogis who basically are operating under the assumption that we're eating a light diet. We're not, brahmacharya is no release of semen. That we're already operating under that assumption. When yogis say that humming opens your third eye, opens your throat chakra, and opens the third eye, they're operating under these assumptions. Okay, so we're gonna operate under these assumptions. Now, humming is so powerful. It's so like, oh God, I cannot tell you how powerful it is. It is the most sacred sound in the universe. It is the most, I cannot think of a more sacred sound, more musical sound, more beautiful sound than the sound of humming. God, it is music to my ears. It is music to my throat, to my heart. The vibrations, I feel them here and here. Oh God. Oh, I was humming so loud today that I had to go into a Super Saiyan tantrum there. Like I combined it, right? And then you just kind of, it was so, the energy is so high today. It's so high, so unbelievably high. And the humming, oh God, it'll recharge you. It'll bring in so much energy. So if the energy is rising up due to these previous things that we talked about, then to liberate energy here, to balance energy here, to open up the energy channel, go for the hum. Singing does it too. Singing and humming. All right? Singing is powerful. Singing. And if you notice that if you have like any, let's say you have musical, classical music in the background, Bach. Let's say Bach. What's that famous one? See, as I am actually singing this thing, I'm humming. See, it's a form of humming. See that? Throat singing. Mongolian throat singing. Shamanic singing, throat singing. All from the hum is there. When you sing something, when you're singing a song, there is a humming there. There's a humming sound somehow, somewhere. You know, like I don't know, there's an Arabic song I'm singing of. Fogina khal foge foge aba fogina khal fo. See, it's like anything, you can't escape the hum. That's why every Hindu chant starts and ends with a hum often. You know, it'll like you know, all like, I don't know, I'm not too familiar with the Hindu chants, but I know that almost there's always a hum there somewhere. Okay, like when I say I'm not familiar, I can't recite them, but I know like there is a particular one, Shiva something, I don't know, but they always start, because it's like humming is everywhere. Now you could go straight to the source and just hum it, and that'll open up the throat chakra. That'll balance it. That'll get you to speak your truth. So you could go straight to the source and just hum. And you know what? It honestly doesn't take that long to hum before the energy comes in and before you feel ready to speak your truth. Like, maybe 40 minutes. Maybe 40 minutes. Honestly, 40 minutes. It's not even an hour. You hum for an hour. Oh, believe me, you're a whole different person after the hour of humming. I'm telling you right now, you just have to do it. But you could sing also, because everything you sing, every song you sing, doesn't matter what language, it has the hum there. It has it. Okay? You could just listen to classical music and hum along, because you will hum along, literally. Right? What is the name of it? It's so famous. Bach. It starts with a T. I know. It starts with a T. I don't know. Anyway. See, another thing. Like, you can't escape the humming. When you're trying to think of something, this is the proof that this is like literally the most powerful sound. Because whenever anybody in any language, doesn't matter what language, you want to say something and you're basically asking the universe, what should I say next? Anyway, that's how powerful the humming is. That all of us universally, when we want an answer from the universe, we hum. We say It doesn't matter if you're speaking Thai, like Thai people do it here when they're thinking of something, and then they say Thai. It doesn't matter what language you speak. I speak Arabic, I do the same thing. Everybody does the same thing. People who speak English, same thing. This is universal. This is the most sacred, powerful sound. It is the origin of all of creation. Sound is the origin of all of creation. It's the hum. The hum is where creation comes from. You could almost say that God is eternally humming. So when you go straight for the hum, you go straight to the source. Straight to the source, baby. And then, because we ask God by our instinct, by our nature for answers, that we ask the universe by humming, then you could imagine if you sit down and consciously hum, because you're unconsciously humming whenever you say, yeah, do this or do that, right? You're unconsciously humming. If you consciously hum for an hour every day, I do 2 hours every day, because I just love it so much, because it grounds me so much, and I can speak my truth in these videos so much easier. Now, if you do that, just say an hour, you just do an hour every day. You're consciously asking the universe, plug me into source. You're going straight to source, because God is eternally humming. It's an eternal hum. Singing does it too, because you're humming too. If you're singing, you're humming. Now, if you're consciously humming, with a hum, you go straight to the source, you hum. Now, what happens? Now, I had to consciously bring it down because I want to make these videos. I want to speak my truth here. It's time to speak my truth. But I am no longer... I am no longer in ecstasy. I'm no longer feeling the come here, because I had to consciously bring the energy down, because this is my mission. I have to make these videos. It's my mission. I cannot just go into a bliss and ecstasy and forget about my mission. Okay? Although it is part of my mission to go into ecstasy, but I have to come down from it, and I have to speak it to you guys and communicate and share wisdom and share knowledge. That's my mission. So I have to consciously bring the energies down when they go up too much. So what happens if you hum long enough? You will go past the throat. So speaking my truth here, very easy. And then it will go here, and you will start to see lights. You will feel sensations in here. Now I use this so it gets it faster. But mindfold, it's blindfold. I just put it on, and then after maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, 30 minutes or so, I start to see lights. Depending on the day, how like today I'm like fasted. I ate light last night. I dry fasted for like 17 hours. I only broke it with water and some juice. So I'm light. I'm feeling light today. I'm feeling light. I stopped consuming early before sunset. So I'm feeling light, okay? So it takes me less to go into the third eye. It takes me less to start to see the lights and go even past and let the energy go even past, because the energy rises up, heat rises up. So what happens is when you pierce through and the energy continues to rise up, you start to see lights, you feel sensations in your third eye, more energy in here. You might even have a bit of headaches, which case, get into the habit of massaging your head, okay? Because if the energy goes into the third eye, you will begin to experience headaches. Somebody asked me in the comments, said, whenever I take LSD, I get headaches. Why? Because the energy is going straight to your third eye. You don't have to try with LSD, it just goes up. So give yourself massages if your energy is going up there. And then eventually you will get used, more energy comes here, and then, the body adapts and expects more energy in here, more energy in the third eye center. But whenever you experience headaches, just give yourself a massage, and then laugh, okay? So the laughter comes from, because the energy keeps rising up. Now we're in the third eye, we're seeing lights, and then you will start to, pretty soon, if you keep going, you'll begin to feel showers of energy going through your crown. That's your crown chakra, okay? And that's when you begin to experience states of bliss, right? Now I could go back into the hum, put this on, maybe hum for 10 minutes, and I'll get back into that state because I was already there today, very recently. So it won't take me long to get back into it. But really, you will begin to experience bliss, lights, and yeah, the energy will start to come in here, the crown, and then you could stay there for a while. It's up to you. Right? You could stay there in there for a while. I have a duty, an obligation to make videos. That's my mission. So then I don't stay there too long. I tend to come back relatively quickly because I have to make videos. I'm on two videos a day. That has to keep going, and I have to stay sharp. I have to be here on earth, grounded. So I go there and then I come back. I go there and I come back. I always come back because I'm here. Okay? So, but then you could stay there for, however long you want to stay. This won't work if your lower chakras aren't taken care of. Okay? I can't remember the last time I busted a nut and I got intimate with someone and didn't bust a nut. Okay? So, I just don't remember the last time I busted a nut. So that aspect is taken care of. And diet's very light right now, mostly liquids, and some fruits, maybe sweet potato also, right? But light, the consumption window, I'm dry fasting, everything, it's taken care of. So because it's taken care of, otherwise none of what I told you here will work. You're not going to see lights, you're not going to feel ecstasy, you're not going to be laughing for no reason like an idiot, okay? You're not going to be experiencing this bliss if those aspects are not taken care of. Heart open. Do you feel the resentment? If you feel resentment even to one person in your life, that won't happen. Okay? It's got to be cleared up. Heat rises up. Okay? It's got to be, it clears up the energy, the force goes up, clears up all the meridians and starts to go up there. Okay? So what else? Yeah, and if you hum every day, you will begin to speak your truth. It'll come to you more naturally to speak your truth. I mean, it brings unbelievable clarity to you. It's so clear. You're so in harmony with the way. You're the way at that point. It brings you in the way, inside the way. You become the way, and then it's easy for you to speak your truth. I reckon a lot of you guys. I already got 3 Instagram messages saying I'm gonna start my YouTube channel soon, which is speaking your truth. Good job. Good for you. Good for you. Now it's the work of opening that third chakra, the fifth chakra, the throat chakra, and use humming to accomplish that. It's so powerful. I cannot think of a more powerful way to open up the throat chakra. Screaming is really good. also, but that comes with, you could combine it with the humming. But screaming is really good too. Screaming, especially if you have anger. You know, because that, I mean, the screaming is going to act as a way for you to clear up the energy down, because the anger is somewhere in the lower chakras, and maybe the heart also. Your heart is resentful towards someone and it's not open. So, scream, right? Like a saying, scream. That opens the throat chakra also. It's probably why in the earlier stages where I had a lot of anger and I was starting a YouTube channel and stuff, I was doing a lot of screaming. And I'd scream and then I'd make videos after, because I'd feel like I opened the throat chakra, because I'd feel like I'm choked in here, because maybe, I don't know, like society and stuff. It always has to do with society somehow. And then I would scream and then I'd make videos after, and then because I'd be able to speak my truth. Now the humming does it for me, you know, because I sort of have a better understanding of the system. So try that if you want to make YouTube videos even, you know. I don't hum and make videos. Sometimes I do, like now, but I just make them because now I made so many, like I made, you know, so many videos, so it's easy, it's second nature. But if you're starting now and you feel the feeling of being choked here, I totally dig. I know what this feeling is. I no longer experience it, but I know, believe me. Oh, that feeling of like you want to say something, you want to speak your truth, but you feel, oh God, oh man, this is why I started YouTubing, by the way, because I felt like, oh God, there is something I gotta say here, but I'm oh man, I can't do it, I felt choked and anxious, and my face was all like anxious in my body. So I get it. If you're starting out in YouTubing now or something, or you're in a relationship and you feel marginalized, any type of relationship, could be with a mother, with a father, with a significant other, start humming. Okay, hum. If you want to make videos right now and you're hesitant, hum. Sit down, time it, hum for an hour, and then you'll make video. Trust me, it'll just flow out of you, like it'll just flow out of you. And yeah, it's great. And I talked in the previous video about how I have to come to nature and hum, because I can't do it in where I live. I can't do it anywhere I go, because it annoys the people around. It really does. So you know, that's the type of society we're in, where something as sacred as a hum actually annoys people around you. You know, that's the type of society we're living in, folks. The most sacred sound in the universe is deemed annoying by virtually all human beings. You know, virtually all human beings. Right? I got some complaints about it. So, you know, now I just come here to a sacred place like this, a pure place, no human beings here, you know, and I do it because, you know, that's the state of affairs our society is in, folks. It's the state of affairs where the most sacred sound in the universe is deemed to be undesirable and annoying. So if you really want to get into it, you might have to find yourself a pure place, you know. And yeah, it is incredible. Like I can go on and on. I tried so many different meditation techniques, so many. I've been experimenting like basically, you know, like a gymnast, like a meditation gymnast. This, that. This is by far the one that comes most naturally to me, the one I enjoy the most, and the one that gets me to be open and actually gets the energy to go up high. Like when I do breath work, I don't feel the same bliss that I feel when I hum. Because humming, breath work deals with subtle, which I still do breath work, right? I still do it. I have a preference for humming, because breath work works with subtler energies. Humming works with spiritual energy. You're going straight to the source here, and it can bring in a lot of spiritual energy. So much so that I have to start like, you know, going like this, because you know. My grandma used to do this for us, right? You know, my grandma is really like, she can really summon some blessed energy. And then whenever she summoned it, she would come up to us and go like this. Now I could get there just by humming. Just I feel the blessed energy just moving through all of me, and I start to run it around like this everywhere and bless myself with it, right? And it's just all natural happens. So yeah, I think I made a good case for humming in this video. And yeah, see, here's another thing. I notice when I laugh, like if say I'm watching South Park and I laugh, naturally after laughter, I hum. Like if I go really deep laughter, then right after the laughter just comes to its to resolution, I sort of just naturally hum. I go in a humming. Even the laughter itself is a form of humming. You see? It's a hum. It's a hum. It's everywhere. Humming. It's, oh God. Oh God. If I was to ever get a tattoo, it would just be one tattoo. I wouldn't get more. It would be here, and it would be the sound. That's it, because that's how sacred this is. That's how sacred that the only thing I would actually put on my body would be the I would go straight to the most sacred thing that I could put on my body, which is the humming sound. It would be difficult for me to get any other tattoo, because how could I top this? I just got the most sacred sound on my body. You know what I mean? Yeah, so yeah, I made a good case. I guess I'm a good ambassador for the hum, right? Yeah, I'm a good ambassador. So yeah. Okay. Thank you to the lovely Patreons for your support. And you can't escape it, right? Yeah, thank you guys. I love you. I love you. You guys continue to support. Some of you guys have been now over a year supporting, month in, month out. You guys are awesome. And it's like you can't escape it, man. Yeah, it's everywhere. So start to consciously use this powerful sacred sound that is the source of all creation. And yeah, thank you to the people who made the one-time donations on PayPal. You guys are awesome. Yeah, if anything, if you feel have an urge to support on Patreon, $2 a month will do. By PayPal, even $2 will do. Anything will help. I will appreciate it very much. And Saeed Mobayed Instagram. I love talking to you guys, and I try to do my best to catch up to everybody, to all the messages, and I've been loving it. Honestly, I'm so glad I brought back Instagram. I'm so glad I'm here doing this. I'm so glad I'm doing this. That's why I continue bring myself back from bliss and ecstasy, because there's plenty of time for that. Right now, it's about the mission. And yeah, until next time, may the force be with you.